Hello, my lovelies. This is Carrie, and welcome to my vlog. Alright, so tonight I've got to be a little bit self-confessionary because I am frankly completely ashamed of the video that I made last, and I guess I need to set the record straight. So, let's recap. In my last video, I was bitching and whining and complaining about not being gendered female and about being gendered male. So, let's take a look at that video. What was I wearing? Because those things are the things that I was wearing while I was actually being gendered male in real life. So, let's recap. A men's jacket, men's pants, men's shoes. Gee, I wonder where those store clerks got the crazy idea that they should gender me male from. One of life's great mysteries, I tell you. Alright, so let's be honest. I was blaming other people for my own problems. It's my fault. Alright, let me repeat that. It is my fault that I am not gendered female more often than I should be. And it's because I am scared of wearing things that are blatantly feminine. And I am 100% serious about that. You see the sweater that I'm wearing right now, with a bra, with a necklace, and with my hair down, blatantly presenting as female, I would be terrified of wearing this in public. And I really don't know why, but there's just a stigma back there somewhere in my mind where, you know, I'm kind of ashamed of wearing things that are blatantly feminine because I'm scared that I don't look female enough. And, you know, it's kind of like whenever I think of wearing something that basically says to the world that I am a girl, in the back of my mind, I feel like I look weird and that I just look like a freak. And even when I am not in public, I can just feel the eyes of the world looking at me, judging me, telling me that I look like a freak. And so it leads to this constant frustration where I'm basically looking for other people to validate my gender identity because I'm too scared to stand up for myself and say, I am a girl, gender me as such. Rather, I choose to wear clothes that are so bland, so androgynous, that, you know, I'm giving people no visual clues whatsoever as to what gender I am and how they should gender me. So, is this seeming counterintuitive here? You know, I'm suddenly expecting people to gender me female, and yet I'm too scared to tell people that I want to be gendered female. Go figure. I think probably people who have been watching my videos for a long time can see that I dress very, very blandly. I'm always wearing, you know, very unisex clothes, things like hoodies, v-neck t-shirts, and, you know, just basic pairs of, well, okay, you probably don't ever see me below the bottom half, but I always wear this pair of jeans, which, you know, it's a pair of women's bootcut jeans, which, you know, guys can wear those, so it's still not blatantly saying that I am a girl. And, you know, basically, you know, people looking at me in that presentation could, there's that safety net that I set up there where I'm like, okay, well, these are androgynous clothes. They're technically female clothes, but if people look at me and they decide that I don't look female enough, this is something that a guy could wear. So, you know, if they see me and decide that I don't look like a girl, they can still kind of say that I look like a guy, and therefore I'm not really doing anything weird. Again, are we seeing the problem here? I am bitching and whining about people not gendering me female, but at the same time I am wearing clothes that purposefully leave the possibility wide open for them to gender me male. Duh! Alright, so let's talk briefly about this issue that I have with shame and fear. And, I mean, I guess it kind of goes back to middle school where, you know, as a kid, I wore whatever the hell I wanted, and that included very short shorts, which, it was the 90s. Those were relatively normal, until I moved to Tampa. Once I moved to Tampa in the late 90s, all of a sudden everybody had to wear really, really loose baggy pants that were pulled down below your ass, and, you know, that were, housing was the style that was in. And I got teased a lot. You know, people, I was extremely effeminate at that age. My voice hadn't changed. I was still pre-puberty, and honestly I wish I could go back there, but that's another story. And, you know, I was not ashamed of it. I sang soprano in the choir, and I loved it. And I wore short shorts, and I loved it. And, you know, when I always sat with my legs crossed, and people gave me a lot of shit for it. But at the time, I wasn't ashamed of it. But, because, you know, I did not deal with teasing well, and I got teased a lot. People would look at me with their shorts, and they'd be like, "Ha, look at that boy with the Daisy Dukes on." And unfortunately, eventually I got tired of it, and I chose, entering high school, to start sacrificing my own happiness, sacrificing the things that were comfortable for me and the things that I felt like doing for the sake of blending in and for the sake of not looking weird. And my entire life goal, unfortunately, became blending in, because I just kind of internalized over the years that if I was myself, if I was truly myself and was openly feminine to the world, that people would hate me for it and tease me for it. And over the time, I internalized that teasing. All those people that told me that I was a freak, that told me that I was weird, that told me all of those hurtful things. And now, unfortunately, after 15 straight years of repressing myself because I was afraid of looking weird like that, I've kind of internalized it. And so now, every time that I think about wearing something blatantly feminine, every time I think about wearing this necklace, this, you know, hooded sweatshirt with the V-neck that basically says to the world, "Hello world, I have boobs and I love them," you know, I'm scared. Because I'm afraid that people are looking at me and that I look weird. And in my own mind, I'm still telling myself that I look weird, even though I get so many compliments, even though so many people tell me that I look beautiful, that I look completely female, despite all the female genderings that I've gotten, even when I am, you know, I'm frankly shocked that I got gendered female at all, considering how blandly I dress. No girls dress that blandly, seriously. You know, I should be grateful that I got gendered female at all. Even despite that, despite, you know, I actually had a male fail where I was wearing the heaviest, blockiest, most masculine jacket that I own, and I still got mammed. Despite that, I'm still afraid of wearing things that are blatantly feminine. You know. So in any case, that's basically just what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to apologize for my last video, because I was blaming the rest of the world for not gendering me female when I was basically giving them no clues whatsoever. And it's not their fault. It's my fault. And if I want people to gender me female, to accept me for who I am, the attitude that I have to start having is, I am woman, hear me roar. I have to start wearing things that actually show what gender I am. And I have to start being unashamed of it. I have to realize that the problem is not me. The problem is the people that were judging me in the first place. There was nothing wrong with me wearing shorter shorts in middle school. There was nothing wrong with me singing soprano. There was nothing wrong with me acting feminine. It was natural. It's just the way that my personality was. And I have to quit being ashamed of myself if I am ever planning to get where I want to go, where I can finally be who I am and be unashamed of it, where I can show my feminine self to the world and just not constantly have to look at all the women and look at the cute things that they're wearing and say, oh, I wish I could wear a cute bracelet like that, I wish I could wear a cute necklace like that and cute earrings like that, and oh, their makeup looks so good, I wish I could try that, and yet I'm too scared to try it myself. Hopefully, eventually, I will be able to get over that shame, and advice would be nice, you know. Perhaps someone else who has been at this stage where they were afraid of doing feminine things. How did you get over that stigma? You know, I am admittedly having a hard time. It burrows itself really deeply in there after so many years. And, you know, well, this also ties in with the full-time thing, because I know that I'm not going to be able to go full-time until I get over this shame. And that is basically the ultimate expression of saying that I'm unashamed of who I am. That's basically saying I am not going to let anybody's judgment affect me anymore. I am going to be myself. I am going to be that self to the world all the time, no matter what anyone says. You know, I do hope that I am going to get to that point eventually, you know. Again, I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of shame to get over, and again, I'm sorry for my last video. It's my fault. I really have to start wearing things that are more feminine and showing the world that I am female. Otherwise, I have no right to complain. You got that, you stupid dysphoric mind that's too scared? It's your fault. Meh. Anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.